Hello, hello. Let me try that one again. Hello, hello, everybody. How we doing? Welcome back to Iron Nest. Happy Monday and all that jazz. Sippy. There we go. Right, so welcome back to Iron Nest. I hope you all are having a good one. Hope you all had a nice weekend. Hang on, anyone who's sleeping in the... Oh, actually, no, I shouldn't do that because that means something in this mission. We don't want to do that. All right. So, welcome back everybody to Iron Nest. Today we are doing the Siege of Cartagena. Howdy, Colonel. Blah. So, we got a pretty tricky one. Our boys are pretty thoroughly encircled in the harbour. And we need to get them out. It's going to be pretty involved. Oh, god damn it, I forgot about that. There we go. Right. So, kind of got myself blown up last time. So, we're going to take some time to properly figure this out. There is a Bunny. Howdy, Bun. Did you have a nice time? I wasn't able to watch a lot of your stream today. The old salt and pepper. L7. 6. There we go. We're going to play this one carefully because in the previous episode the enemy artillery targeted me and I kind of got royally rumbled. So right. So, time to start. Well, hang on. We wanna do some prep first. So, here we go. Requisition. So we're gonna want 2 explosives in each. We're gonna want some AP, and we're going to want some smonk. And why not? We're going to get a high capacity shell and an incendiary shell. What's the smoke good for? Hang on. Soup. Covering smoke shell, non-lethal. Allied units advance towards the impact point. So, it will create a big poof, and friendlies will try to use it as cover. Alright, we are well kitted now. Have a quick sippy. The soldiers do something. So, the situation here is all my boys, are boxed in the blue zone. They are surrounded by opposing forces. we need to make a breakaway, like make a column for them to escape. And we will be called to provide danger close support. So they'll be like, hey, we're pinned down by tanks, can you give us concealing smoke in this direction? So we are going to be getting like active fire missions rather than just whatever happens. Okay. So enemy signal station. Here's 1 kilometer. .49 kilometer. .26 kilometer. That is where everything crosses. So, enemy signal station is there. Assembly area 249 from signal station. .115 from spotter 3. Go. So enemy assembly yard is here. Enemy field command 112 from signal station. Three kilometers from assembly. So enemy field command is there. I know this looks like someone's probably just like had some kind of attack all over the board, but if I'm right, it's time to remove that direction. Actually, that's a question. 3 high-value installations which are concealed from aerial photography. Right. Okay, let's start crunching some numbers. So, these all want to be HE, so there we go, enemy field command. One 20.5. .19 kilometers. Gashunk. .39. Bearing of 130.5. Good chunk. .99 kilometers. Let's be generous and we'll just call it. We'll call it 10 kilometers flat, and we'll put an extra charge on there just to be safe. 118 flat. There we go. Alright. Let's load her up. How are we doing on powder? We're a little low. You know what, while the guns are positioning, we will go and requisition some more powder. How much is that? 20 charges, that should be enough for a while. Okay, chunk, and then we want to about 40 degrees. Okay. There we go. Okay. You want to be... Oh, you're still linked. 43.14. You want to be 38.34. There we go. Okay. Left gun. Yep. Launch! .5. Only just got my hearing back. Ow! So, I've just got back from inverting the controls. You what? There we go. That's a kill. Guess you lose hearing? You sure do. Boom. Alright. Okay, we'll just load the one. We won't load both guns just yet. Because... I don't know what's going to happen. Right. So that was... that. That one was that. Okay, get rid of these. So we want 3 charges. So we want these boys extra fucking loud. So, you hear all these, like, mechanical noises that are going on, but those, after you fire a shot, they all go away for a minute. So, 40... degrees flat. So yeah, when you fire, you see the guns repositioning. You can't hear shit. And it slowly comes back. This will give you something to cry about. Alright, we knew this was coming. God damn it. Nope. AP shell. AP shell. Okay. We are being targeted. So, listening post. 5.17 kilometers. 4.26 kilometers. North and northeast. Okay. So we'll want to put them on 03. Yeah, dead north. Don't care if I'm using up requisition. I need to know where those guns are. There's one. I need to get rid of all these measurements. I can't fucking see. So there's one. Where's the other? So hang on, that's counter battery 1, so that's northeast. So that should mean that the other one's like there. Okay, we're gonna have to call another one. Yeah, we're gonna counterfire the one that we know about. Right. 13.37 kilometers. Bearing of 93.7. Position, so let's just get the gun in position. Got a little bit of time to try and figure out where the hell this guy is. 53.48. Launch! That's the wrong. Where is it? There's a bunch of hostile elements there. Where's the other bloody gun? So wait, unless that's not lit... That... Got him. There we go. Okay, clearly, Spotter 1 and Listening Post 1 are two different things. Five. Yep. We're going to have to do a big old lob shot here. Okay. We've got plenty of time. This is going to have to be a borderline, like, all the way downtown. Discretionary spending. Unfortunately, this is Civil War era Spain, not modern US, so we do as the king tells us. $58. 20. Yep. Loose. Take all those measurements. That's a hit. Alright. Coastal guns silenced. Counter-battery threat neutralized. Well done. Excellent. So where the hell is... Hang on. Listening post 1... Oh, I completely missed that. Listening post 1, L781. Where the fuck is that? L7... L781. Oh! Why do I have a listening post right next to my scouts? Weird. Yeah, I kind of got tabled on this mission before, so... Right. Crunch. Ah. Right, so what's the plan? What am I shooting at? So hang on. Your primary targets are 3 high-value installations which are concealed from aerial photography. Wait, did I not take out all 3? Oh! Okay, that was not enemy field command. I just fucking obliterated some dude. Right, okay, we need to recrunch our numbers here, apparently, because, yeah, I just, like, nuked the hell out of one guy, apparently. Okay, enemy field commands. Bearing 112 from enemy signal station. 3.73 from assembly area. So... enemy signal station. Bearing 112. Okay, so my bearing was right, but I guess my my measurements must have been off. 373. Okay, I was like 100. I was just like a couple of 100 meters off. So if I'm right, it should be there. Man's just dropped an anti-place bomb onto one dude. Gonna be riding on that high throughout his time in Valhalla. He doesn't understand. He doesn't understand like the full of it. He just thinks like, he thinks they called an 800mm strike on his position specifically. It's just like, yeah, I was so fearsome in battle they had to call a fucking 800mm, like you say, anti-place weapon on my arse. Alright, I'm gonna go use the gents. We'll be right back. Okay. Now let's be trying this again. So... where's my fucking mouse gone? My mouse has disappeared. That's interesting. So, 9 point... So, this is some good, like, what do you call it? Predictive stuff for, later in the game. What the hell do you reckon drill does? Or earthquake, I think. Okay. Bearing 118. 0.3. Calculate. Alright, we're gonna need to order another shell. Actually, what's my stocks looking like? So I've got. Oh, I do still have an HE in the reserve. Turn the gun back around. But yeah, I like that you've got to be accurate with your measurements on this one. You can't just, like, cheese it by being close enough. Or, you know, using the spy plane. So 58.02. Almost as high as it'll go. Okay, while that's in flight, I'm gonna order some more. See, again, the requisition machine is like really dull and muted from blowing shit up. Okay. I mean, in this situation, they've probably, like, evacuated the command center, considering that an HE shell landed about 8 feet from them. Job's done. Delete. So, what's next? Destroy an additional 8 enemy units surrounding the town. Then signal the breakout with the horn. Be prepared. Once the breakout begins, units will call for support fire and smoke. Yeah, I've got a smoke shell in each gun right now. So, hey Colonel! Do you wanna, like, christen the anti-place weapon? Because, you can draw on your shells. So, what do you wanna... Do you want us to write a message? Bun says draw bunny. I wish there was a way of making, like, an open poll on the, Okay, while people are deciding, I'm going to, actually draw our firing solution. So... Why can I not... There we go. So, there's a bunch of dudes gathered up there. Hang on, let's... Boom. Okay, what is... Ugh! Tell St. Peter that's 6 points. Okay, why? There we go, now I've got my thing back. That was fucking weird. Alright. So, we can hit a sick triple there. Oh, that's a 5, though. So, if we launch... there... What does the little wheels mean? No idea. Okay. Oh. Dang it. It glitched out. Ah. Terrible. I'm not doing your one-liners any justice, my man. Okay. So we want high capacity. 10.34. Bearing 96. And a bit. There we go. Oh, gotta hit the button, haven't I? Zoop, 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 zoop. Okay, 41.36. Alright. I know, dude. It's bad. I was trying to... Playing Skaven especially is really bad because fucking hell. Alright. Check, check, check. Kazambo. Power word explosives. We're also just like fucking obliterating a big chunk of Cartagena. Huh? Did I get something wrong? 10 kilo... Hang on. 10.34 kilometers? Did I not... Oh, I didn't load enough powder. That's a stupid mistake to make. Underpowered my bloody shell. There we go. Actually load it with enough powder this time. So thankfully it remembers what your elevation was before you fired. There we go. Just fucking eradicated that field to zero effect. Kazambo. That's a nice big boom. Alright. Boom. Alright, so that's 5. Can I hit another... Hit another sick quad there. If I hit sort of there-ish. Not exactly efficient to be using all of these high capacity shells, but it's fun. 888. And 99.9. 8. Doot. Point 8. I'm going to... There we go. Three, 5, 5, 2. I'm fine with it being humid so long as it's not hot and humid. Oh, that's another 5 hit. Let's go. Alright. We... Okay, we're going to launch one more preparation shell, just to make sure the guys make it out. Unfortunately, both. Unacceptable. So, 120. Oh, if only all of our battles could be so leisurely. Yay! Go. Bullying people in Master Duel. Nice. Okay. Oh, almost got that dead on. Let's go. 5, 2. Alright. Just bullying Cuzma. Is he playing Master Duel? Weapons are delicious, you wouldn't dare. Okay, we have caused untold devastation to this city. I am going to... So we're going to load a smonk shell. There we go. So we're going to load it. And we're going to load an HE. We're going to leave it at that for a sec. And we will commence the assault. I'm going to get rid of all these tickets because they're actually starting to crowd up the board a little bit. Oh, cool. You can click on the arm to reset its position. That's nice. There we go. Okay. Delete all map measurements, reset all tokens. There we go. Right. Wah. Seem to bully the cute shark. He's... What did he do to deserve this? Alright. I'm going to very quickly go and use the gents one more time, and then we will signal the assault to commence. We'll be right back. Here's Commander on deck. Okay. Sorry, little guy. Signal received. Commencing breakout. All right. Okay. Pinned. At K748. That was the smoke shell, I hope. Hopefully we're going to give these guys smoke, or... yeah, we're either going to be heroes or we're going to be hung. Okay, that is smoke shell. Excellent. .442. Have I actually given that enough time to fly? Yes. Oh, that's ample time. Wow. I thought that was much less. Sort of funny yesterday. Inconceivable. The only reason you can load 6 powder... Garrison pushing through. Nice. Okay. They want another smonk at K77. Yeah. Okay, we need to buy more smonk. A 677. I was wondering how many times I could very pointedly avoid saying those numbers before that came up. Unfortunately, that does mean, Bun, that I am going to have to time you out of chat for 6,000 years. Oh, and Ina. Sorry, Ina, you're going to have to get in the crystal. I would put you both in the same crystal, but I don't think you'd learn your lesson. Black hole containment, that'll do it. Oh my god, ow, my arm! 38. Okay. My bearing's off. 111. 8. There we go. I think both my arms are pretty fucked up and gangly looking at this stage because I have probably whipped them both out of their sockets at this point. Yeah, I know. And boom. I'm gonna just... I don't have time. I was gonna, like, try and call in some artillery to just, like, fucking obliterate someone. Ah, breakout successful. The city is held. We do not know what the papers will say tomorrow. I know what you did today. Thank you, Anton. You may stand down. Any elements still in the field are no longer objectives we ask of you. Continue fire support is authorised at your discretion, should you judge it worthy. Yeah, there is the... yeah, it is... It is kind of phrased like the operator's name is Anton. Okay, we've still got an HE loaded, so we're just gonna hit them with one more. Because if I'm right, we should be able to... Yeah, we can hit both of those. Alright, we're just gonna obliterate a couple more filthy communists. Dirty, dirty Republicans. Paper before this mission mentions the general name Anton, or was it that message that was dropped in the turret? No, the message that gets dropped in the turret is Thomas. With the history of the turret you're in. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to be real. I haven't been paying that close attention. I have weird iron turret dreams. Well, apparently Lily's having like Warhammer themed dreams, so it's not beyond the pale. It's not like beyond possibility. Watch TTS before bed. Ah. Yeah, that'll do it. Alright. 5, 5, 5, 6. Just one more for the road, eh? Splinter Cell themed dreaming once after a 16-hour marathon session of Chaos Theory co-op. You and I didn't know each other when I was playing Splinter Cell on the stream. I have, you know, just don't even worry about it. Biff. Twitch didn't exist back when I was playing Chaos 3. Ah. Fair enough. Alright. 2 more infantry elements destroyed. And just in time for lunch. What comes next is purely speculative, I don't know either, but what if in some weird horror-esque way you are an admiral going down with a ship in a way, as in that you have been locked up in the turret of the ship you used to command? That's an interesting one. Traitors divided. Cartagena liberated, the anti-monarchists have been cut cleanly in two, leaving their eastern and southern remnants to distrust one another in the crown's absence. Official note, this was, in fact, the plan all along. His Majesty the King extends his sympathies to the anti-monarchists now forced to conduct their treason without the convenience of a shared border. Interesting. So is Spain not unified in this? Are we going to end up declaring war on Valencia and stuff later? When's Portugal getting involved? Oh, you can zoom in. Nice. One could argue that Spain still isn't unified. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. For nearly 2 years, Cartagena's garrison held the line without relief. The order finally came to advance. The Navy's own soldiers led the way on foot. Vice Admiral Mendoza, who commanded the defence throughout the siege, called it a fit inclusion for the men, women and children who have already given the crown everything else they had to give. Catalonia. Yeah, jeez, I remember the Catalonia. Scientists unveil mechanical bull for safer festivals. Injures 12 instantly. New steam-driven bull designed to modernise traditional festivities debuted in Salamanca to roaring applause. Immediate evacuation. Officials called the incident a resounding success in kinetic enthusiasm. Project will continue pending repairs to both bull and plaza. Amazing. The governor fled to Belgium. Still might be there. Holy shit! I didn't know that. I thought there was some, what do you call it? I thought it was just, like, arguing about who, I thought it was, like, governmental argument stuff. Like, they weren't being, Did you not know he tried to stage a coup and secede from Spain? No! I thought it was like some sort of local government stuff that, like, you know, people's interests weren't being represented properly. I didn't know that part. Wow! Oh, we've unlocked the drill shell. I look forward to seeing what that does. Yeah, no, I had no idea. Alright, the Gorge. Iron Nest and its logistics convoy moves through Mountain Pass in Andalusia, bound for the Strait. Oh, we're heading for Gibraltar, okay. They held an illegal referendum? Why have I not heard of this? This sounds sick. Oh. Okay, I think we're under fire. Ah, fuck. We have been hit. Oh. God damn it. The calculator's shagged. Impact confirmed Aft port underside. We've hit a landmine. Impact confirmed. Aft port underside. Armor's held. Pressure lines ruptured. Rerouting exterior lines now. Engine requires manual restart. Additional systems may be effective. Nothing more we can fix from here. Yeah, the fucking calculator's buggered. Shit. Okay. Column guard. Ridge spread push. Oh. Okay, we've been hit. How's your mental math skills? Poor. So hang on, I gotta see this real quick. Blind load practice shell, concrete filled, inert. Oh, that sort of drill. Right. A shell for drilling, not a shell with a drill. That's a shame. Okay, we're... okay. So... 800mm shells worth of concrete will still make a dent in things. Yeah, but it's direct impact only. Okay, let's load a couple of those, because I'm probably going to have to use these to eyeball it. Heard what's being said about the drill job, choosing to ignore it. That's the spirit. Okay. Alright, let's try and restart you bastard. So... set both dials to start, pull chain, set both dials to run. Start. Okay, we're alive. Column struck near L4. Escort engaged and neutralized initial wave of attackers. This was not isolated activity. Forward enemy element holds the gorge, bearing east of your position. Locate and destroy this element. Column will not proceed through the pass until it is cleared. No further intelligence has been compiled. Reconnaissance is at your discretion. Review status of the affected system. If you are not expected to restore it, you are expected to complete the mission without it. Huh. Scratch the surface. Yeah, so hang on. Let me... you guys won't be able to see it, but I'm looking at the achievements list. So, we are on mission 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12 missions to go. Okay, Iron Nest is a... God. We are, like, busted. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? Is we are gonna load... some star shells. We've not used them a lot. Okay. Without going into further details, we've had very smooth sailing up until this point. Well, the fact that I'm now going to have to, like, eyeball it, apparently. So, what we're going to do is we're going to load 2 shells into this one, and 4 into that one. So, we are at L401. There we go. So, enemies hold the gorge. So what we're going to do is we're just going to fire bearing 300. And we're just going to use these to scout the map. Well, but also, we can use this to make some mental notes. There we go. So, this may be busted, but yeah, we can still use this to calculate some elevation. Also drew ranging circles. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, is I'm going to see where these shells end up launching at 45 degrees. And we're going to use that to try and work some stuff out. Oh! Yeah, but I'm more worried about, like, working out elevation. Oh, that one might have just gone completely out of the, Yep, that's gone completely out of the AO. 2 by 2 kilometers. Get the entire bed. Okay. So, yeah, ranging circles. We're going to want 5 kilometers. And 10 kilometers. Local nest operator attacks France. Well, we're headed south, so we might have just blown up Morocco. Okay. Okay, so not much going on there. Let's fire another... We'll fire another shot. 5k. Accidentally nuked Morocco that one time. What game were you playing for that to happen? I don't remember that one. Yeah, so we're going to want to fire it kind of about bearing 10. There's a skirmish map in the demo where you're on the Spanish side of the Strait of Gibraltar. Right. Well, that's where we're headed, so... Okay. Let's try this again. Okay. Kaboom! Alright, we're still not bloody done, apparently. So... 5.58 kilometres that way. So this is... bearing 94. This map is apparently pretty small. If I do anything more than one charge, it's basically going to go flying off the map. Feels more pretty central. Oh, okay. So, bearing 94.2. So, we need to try and work out elevation. Yeah, so that was at 45 degrees, so... let me... 5.58. So, that... means that we're probably going to have to be quite close to, like, 50. It's going to be quite a high shot for that to work. Oh, Nelly! Okay. Enemies spotted. Quite a lot of them. I think I've hit the limit of what I can do a few missions down the road. Very curious. Hang on. If I did a HCHE... no, I wouldn't be able to hit them all. I think regular HE... yeah, that's going to have to be damn near... yeah, that's going to have to be 58 degree shot. Assumes you have accurate aim. Let's try. You know, the only way to learn is by playing. God. Okay. Get my actual bearings correct. 92.6. put it down by 1 degree. So this should bring some pain. And what? Let's fucking go! There you go. So... accuracy by volume. Unfortunately, no such option. Best I can do is comically big booms. Okay, so we're going to want another HE shell. Nope. Okay, so yeah, we're going to want same bearing again, but we are going to want to go all the way to the top.
Now I'm a little motivated.
To go all the way to the top. Meanwhile, on these guys, I'm going to have to do like 2 powder charges, but quite a low angle. So, these guys are basically along the same bearing. Yeah. So... So, 2 charges. But it's going to be have to be quite a low angle. We'll fire this one at 45 degrees again. And we'll see what happens. Yeah, think of 0 to 60 degrees being 5 to 10 kilometers. Yeah, so a straight shot will be 5 kilometers. So, hang on, let's crunch some numbers. Starting at 5 kilometers, So it's probably going to want to be about 15 degrees then? It's barely outside 5 kilometers, yeah, so probably it's gonna want to be quite a low shot. Let's see what... Let's loose at 15 degrees and see what happens. Calamitously loud noise. No. That has fallen way short. Okay, well that's those guys vanquished at the very least. So this was one charge. That was 2 charges at 15 degrees. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna try and puzzle this out again in the gents. We'll be right back. Okay. So... all I can think of is that 2 shell charges doesn't mean it starts at 5 kilometers. Maybe it's that, so hang on. What was that? 2.47 kilometers. Oh, this is stretching some very, very old map skills, guys. 2 charges at... yeah, 2 charges at 60, because this says max range. So 2 charges, presumably at 60 degrees, means it will hit at 10k. So, yeah, the thing is that these guys are at 6, we'll say 6.05. Right. So... so that would mean at 2 charges you get 1 kilometer for every 6 degrees of elevation. So hang on, that was 2 charges at 15 degrees, which was 2.5 kilometers. So that's 15 degrees. 30 degrees. 35 degrees then? By my count? This is like I say, this is testing some very, very old math skills. Forget are you smarter than a 5th grader? 35 degrees should be 5.8 kilometers. So, wait, so that means for 6.5... So hang on, let's try this again. So 15 degrees was 2.5-ish kilometers. So that means, yeah, 30 degrees. So 30 degrees and then 42? 40... I'm gonna say 42. So 92.6. Let me make sure I've got my... No, 91.4. Get your bearings right. Linearly or not. If not, I'm not going to be able to map it. I don't know. I think we may have sunk it. Oh. Wow. Okay, I nearly accidentally blew up these guys. Okay. Those units shut their army issue breaches. They have just been showered in dirt. They are terrified. Okay, so if I land it about there... $35 would have been better, judging by this. Yeah. So this means 45 should hit those guys there. Okay, I've only got the drill shell. That's fine. Waiter, more explosives. I don't think the game would be cruel enough to make us dead reckon under a time pressure. Okay. So this we're going to call 32, and we're going to try... So, hang on, what was our last? It was 35, or was it 35 or 40? You picked 42 last. Okay, so we're gonna want... picked 40. Okay, so we're gonna call that about. Yeah. We were going to do 35. So yeah, we'll call that. We'll do 32 to try and hit those guys, and we'll do. I think 45 should hit the guys behind them. I like how these guys are still, like, they've seen all of these shells that are slowly getting closer and closer and closer to their position. And they're just like, hey, compadre, maybe we should move. No, 32 was too shallow. Fucking paved those guys, though. Yeah, so... and we just do it again. Okay. So, yeah, that should be 35. And then I bet if we go like 45.2, we should be able to hit their commander in the back. Okay. 35. 45.5. The constructive interference on firing both barrels at the same time makes my fucking teeth shake. And then we got one of them. Alright. So... one more salvo should do it. Also gonna buy some more powder, because we are burning through the old potassium nitrate. Sir, you cannot come into my stream and use the word coefficient. How dare you, frankly. Do you not see the suboptimal tag right there at the bottom of this stream? I think proven beyond 2 charges could very well still be wrong. Well, thankfully the map ain't that big. We've just got a... we've got, one enemy armor element and one enemy infantry squad yet to dispose of. So, how far is that? 1.2 kilometers. That's pretty much at the edge of 10k. Let's find out. Let's find out. That's 8.8. So about 50 degrees should do it. So if we add an extra degree to this gun, that should hit that last infantry element. But if we put this all the way up to so that's 45 degrees, which is an extra 1 point, yeah, so 55 degrees. If it's 10 degrees to 2.5 kilometers at 2 charges, that should do it. Let's pass the physics exam without learning but deducing the formula by looking at the units of the question. Meanwhile, I've played a lot of Worms. Downtown! Boom. There is now a furrow cut through this river valley. Ooh. Oh, yes! What do you mean, miss? New contacts to rear. Oh, fuck. Come on, I only just figured this out. Howdy, Sheena. Burp. Pass is clear, column is moving, well done. Forward element neutralised, escort reports the route open in the column proceeding. Primary objective complete, you may stand down. Secondary elements to the rear of the column have not required target. No, let's just get out of here. I am done dead reckoning my way through this. But yeah, Ava, I played a lot of Worms as a kid. I do have Worms 3D and Worms Forts Under Siege as games to play eventually. Oh yeah. Fucking love Worms. Loved those games as a kid. Armageddon Pog Multiply. Yeah! Armageddon! I fucking loved Armageddon as a kid. Played that so much. Oh my goodness. Subscriptions! Hang on. My, there we go. Adjust that. Okay, so you have donated a sub to Bambi S, S Bullen 1988. Oh, you got one to Bun. Nice. And, Nomad Nemo 11. I don't know who that is. And Lindy Frog. We got some. Whoops, totally a misclick. Ah, yeah, happens to the best of us. That's quite the known collateral damage. Germany has issued a formal condemnation of French interference. Courtesy, Castile's own engineers found somewhat unnecessary given the outcome. Berlin further praised Crown's restraint and professionalism throughout the incident. Restraint the Crown insists it did not, in fact, need to exercise. Troubling. Despite sustained ambush involving what witnesses describe as a everything the enemy had, INS sustained no damage of any kind, no deaths, no scoring, no chip paint, no cause for whatsoever for concern. Army engineers report the fortress is, if anything, structurally improved by the experience. What were you saying before about stuff escalating? Troubling. Or some YouTuber called No Superman 10. Yeah, I've heard he does like classic style Let's Plays and stuff. It's great. Read the one on the bottom left. What, the shortage of shortages? I think we've already seen that one. Yeah. Surplus enthusiasm is called minor ruptures. Alright. New shells. Alright. Oh, hey, I got my, the full suite. Conduct fire operations with minimal allied casualties. Nice. Sustain consecutive skills across successive fire missions. These are randomly generated, so now I can say what I did. Oh, okay. I'm surprised that they're randomly generated. Eliminated all units. Use drill rounds as tracers, doing dead reckoning that way. I mean, that's kind of what we did. Alright, I think we've got time for... one more. A cruiser lies at anchor in the Gibraltar Harbour. Her crew asleep in the night, otherwise quiet. High Command has ordered her destruction. Are we about to pick a fight with the British? I don't think this is a good idea, gentlemen. Do not fire until after 11 PM. By then, only the designated survivors will be on shore leave. Their cover stories already written. Armor piercing required. No reconnaissance imagery, including shell impact photography, will be available while her batteries stand. Are we about to do another false flag operation? Forward observers are at your disposal to requisition if additional intel on cruiser's location is needed. Bro, it's at anchor. How do you not know where it is? Iron Nest. She was a Kaiserlich Marine dreadnought transferred to us under the name... oh, good God. Modern Program der Kaiserlichen Marine. They named her after the King Alfonso XIII. Sailors will tell you that's bad luck. I chose not to rename the turrets. I saw no reason to press our fortune further. Anton sat directly in my sightline from the bridge. Every watch, every engagement, every morning. I stood at the helm wondering if today was the day. Anton was there. I'm not a sentimental man, but many years is a long time to share a horizon with something. When the order came, I had known for some time that it would. I understood what it meant before I'd finished reading. You do not recall a ship to port and let her rest. I submitted the paperwork myself. I thought it would be easier that way. It was not. I was told the turrets were going to a new program. I did not ask which one, and even if I had, they would not have told me. I know now. I do not know you, Iron Nest. I do not know your crew, your history, or what you have seen since Anton's guns were lowered into your chassis and pointed at a new horizon. But I know what was given to make you possible, and I know what it cost. You fought well today. He would have been satisfied. Glory to Castile. Anton's the name of the turret. That's my thinking. I think Anton is the name of the turret. Okay. The Oh, we are picking a fight with the British. The HMS Rockingham. Okay, Iron Nest, A236. He's the general from 2 missions ago, was the captain of that battleship that sacrificed the turrets, or he wouldn't have recognised it. Yeah. B8 E416. E496. Okay. The mole. 40. Okay. Okay. Master's house, 5.85 kilometers. But yeah, interesting that apparently the turret that the Iron Nest uses is an old Imperial German Imperial German cannon. So, Dogmaster's house, bearing 87. Basically from the legally distinct Bismarck. Which is interesting, because that would mean that this is implying some interesting things. One, that Germany's still imperial in 1927, which is pretty impressive. And secondly, that the Bismarck was built in 1927, but does not exist anymore. Like, the Bismarck has since been scrapped. Okay. Bearing 40 from spotter 2. It's probably going to be in the water. .84 kilometers. So it's there. So, oh, hang on, I've got to be pretty on the money here, haven't I? Because I think it's AP is required, isn't it? Schwerer Gustav, yeah, kinda. Armor piercing required, yeah, so... Gonna leave my reference stuff there. So what's this? Low explosive shell. Why would I... What good is a low explosive shell? Not just overpressure them. Well, if... oh, nice, my calculator's working again. If this is to be believed, we will eventually get... Oh, white phosphorus, lovely. There was one that was like APHE. Yeah, there we go. So we will eventually get armor-piercing explosives. There's No crimes like war crimes. .16 kilometers. Spec Ops: The Line. Oh god, that game has been taunting me, sitting in my Steam library, just being like, hey, you could stream me and, like, lose a lot of friends. Oh, Jesus. Nearly stopped that thing exactly where it needed to be. Yeah, so for those who don't know, Spec Ops: The Line is a rather infamous third-person shooter game that the key, like, cornerstone of its story is how kind of fucked up, when you think about it, games like Call of Duty are. And the amount of, like, mental gymnastics you would need to go through to do that kind of stuff and still consider yourself to be a good person. I actually wrote a whole like, essay paper on the scene that Colonel is referencing as part of my university degree. I cited it as an example of ludonarrative horror. Where the actual mechanics of a video game and the language of video games is used as a means of horror. And we really popularly draw references between those mental gymnastics and the current geopolitical landscape. Ah! I think that might get me arrested. Boom! HMS Rockingham sunk. HMS... Oh dear. I see. HMS Rockingham destroyed, anti-aircraft cover. Yeah. Successfully destroyed 45 minutes after the French battleship Léon Gambetta's crossing. Alright. Somewhere between grid Q1 and grid T1. Still got a couple of minutes, so... Pretty sure it said 11:19. Oh. We missed it. I took too long to read the fucking war crime that we've just committed. Nice. Oh, okay. All right. We've still got a couple of minutes on the clock. Let's see if we can't sync it. So, between Q1 and T1. Okay, so it's somewhere around here. The Lusitania? Okay, crossing... Ugh, okay, no, you know what? I'm not in the right headspace to be crunching those kinds of numbers. We will not be sinking the Lusitania. You kids have fun. I can't be working out like predictive speed stuff. French warship attacks sleeping British cruiser. And of course the French captain looks like Charles de Gaulle. Gibraltar, July 4th, 1928. The HMS Rockingham was destroyed in the dead of night by the French battleship Léon Gambetta. Her crew given no warning and by most accounts no chance to wake before the shell struck. Every surviving witness ashore that evening was given independently the identical account. Officials call this consistency a testament to the clarity of the truth. His Majesty the King has sent his deepest condolences to the British Crown, remarking that only a republic answerable to no one could commit such an act and still call itself blameless. I see. Every survivor interviewed places the Léon Gambetta in the strait that night. Acclaimed shipping manifests independently confirm the vessel having fallen some 45 minutes behind her published schedule. It was in that window witnesses agree that she opened fire without warning. Rockingham did not survive the encounter. First Sea Lord, whose own son was among those lost aboard the Rockingham, has vowed an answer France will not soon forget. Paris continues to deny any involvement. Several members of Parliament have appealed for restraint, warning against any action in advance of proper inquiry. Holy shit, the tone has suddenly changed. Wow. And we've unlocked some sort of biohazard shell by the look of some writing in there. I did not expect that. I was expecting more sort of like japes and like, oh boy. I don't know, I was expecting more jokes. God damn. The biohazard shell. Yeah, it said like phlogiston or so on it or something. I can't read at this. No, there was another one. There was tear gas and there was another one, but I couldn't read what it. I couldn't read what it says at this resolution. All right. And this will be for tomorrow. Cadiz's garrison has gone to ground, invisible to reconnaissance and unwilling to show itself. Allied troops cannot advance until it is dealt with. That's German World War I tear gas. Ah! Hang on, I'm just gonna... Hang on, we're just gonna put something on here. Where is it? There we go. We're just gonna put that on. Alright. Thank you everybody for joining me. Let's go back to the booth and we will see if we can't find somebody to raid into. Alright. Wow, my DMs are popping off right now. Okay. Let's see. Twitch.tv/following. Scroll. Alrighty. So, Penny is still doing her move-a-thon, where she is raising funds to move in with her partner. Hox is playing Big Walk. Actually, you know what? Let's go say hi to Penny. We're gonna go raid into Penny. There we go. I spelled that correctly. It's always a little troubling. Okay. And, there we go. There's your raid message. And I'll see you all over there, and I'll see you tomorrow for where the tone of Iron Nest has apparently suddenly changed. Until then, thank you for joining me. Good night, and much love.